Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Long time no hear. Robert and I are back on the podcast, and we're back. There's going to be a few changes that we've made to the whole podcast lineup. He's still going to be doing his. I'm going to still be doing mine. We're still doing To Raise a Child. Lots of fun stuff. I know it's been a while, and I know that like the three of you that listen missed us, but we're back, and we plan on at least content every week. That's the goal. But we'll see. we got kids and shit. With that being said, we know it's been a long time, at least 6 months. Actually, probably way longer than that. So 2020 is,
February 17th was the last upload.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right before shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
That's cool. So.
Well, everything started hitting the fan right at that point.
Oh, wow. It's been a long year. It's been like 57 years. 2020 has been. Lots of stuff has happened. Obviously, COVID. There was Tiger King. Australia was on fire for a while.
Now California's
on fire. Chris having dick pics, which obviously. What else has happened? Riots.
Cops are still murdering black dudes.
Yeah, like with ease.
That didn't change.
It's unfortunate, and I'm going to say this for the first time in 34 years. Anybody who is pissed off, go vote. Just go vote. I've never
Whatever that may mean to you.
Whatever that means, just go vote. I've never said that in my whole life. Ever, ever, ever. Go vote. Please and thank you. But like I said, we are going to be getting at it, releasing content every week. And it's always not going to be the same stuff, obviously. That's not how we work. To Raise a Child is going to be not only raising our children or, kind of pro tips, because we're varsity parents. We have 4. We have all ages. It's madness with learning from home. That's another topic for another time, though. But also taking care of the child within. We're all damaged to a point. We all have shit. So raising a child is not just going to be just about raising our children, but raising ourselves and doing what's right for you and the inner child that may or may not still be there. Because I know that I'm still a giant fucking child. I have Ninja Turtles tattooed on my leg. Robert's a giant fucking child. He has Vegeta as his wallpaper on his laptop.
On my computer right now.
We have nothing but superhero and anime stuff all over our house. Sports. Name it, we got it. And of course, his podcast is going to be whatever he feels he needs to say at that moment. And same for mine.
And it's usually mental health.
Yes. For the vast majority of it, yes. And for mine, Chronicles of a Peculiar Mom, it's
a combination of the
shit.
Parenting and the mental health, I would say.
Yes. So it's going to be all kind of in the same bubble, but our own spin.
With our own irreverent stupidity added to it.
So our outlook as individuals and together as a couple.
Irreverent stupidity, that's what I said.
I'm hearing the same thing. So I hope that we can reach more people and help anybody if we can. Because that's what we like to do. We like to talk and help. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm really excited for this. And I know Robert's super excited for this.
In case you couldn't tell by the tone in my voice.
He's really holding in the excitement.
Well, I mean, the main reason I wanted to do it is just because, like you said, I enjoy talking. I always have. I probably always will. I'm long-winded. I got it from Grandpa.
You did.
Because we both do the exact same thing, and it took me 30 some odd years to realize that I tell the same stories all the time, every time, whenever I'm lecturing or whatever the fuck. So I figured, why not use it for good? And we changed the name basically just to give us complete control. Not that we didn't have control before, not that Jimmy or anybody else stifled anything or anything like that. It was just one of those things where I felt like if we're going to do this, I want to do it my way and not do it based on somebody else's idea for it. And again, it's not like anybody said this is how it has to be or this is what it is or whatever. It's just, I personally wanted it to be ours.
You have a vision.
Well, I don't know about that, but I want to be the one completely responsible for it. So if it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever, it's on me, not anybody else. And I can't hide behind anybody anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I've spent the majority of my adult life doing that. Maybe not hiding, but there was always somebody in front.
You're always a hype man.
Very literally at times. But I always felt like that's what I was good at. I'm the behind the scenes dude. I'm the one that can make things happen and coalesce behind the scenes and make everything cohesive, usually.
This is true.
But I'm also a talker, so it creates a very interesting dichotomy.
The hell you say.
It's not fun.
I mean, but we're both dichotic in nature, so...
I don't understand how that's worked, by the way.
We've made it almost a decade. I'm impressed.
As am I. I just don't... I don't know. I want to do this because I do want to put more out there. The main motivation for me doing this is because I want the kids to hear our conversations, our real conversations, not how we tone them down for them so they can see what we actually think at some point. We do tone them down. I know we're very honest with our kids to a fault.
Yes.
According to most, but
uh-huh.
We do tone it down. We're not 100% completely honest with everything because we are still their parents and we do try to protect them somewhat.
This is true.
But
this is very
I
true.
want them to be able to listen back to these and be like, oh, that's what Dad really thought. Or, oh, I didn't realize that there was more to this opinion or that opinion or whatever the situation is.
Or to the method of our madness.
And I mean,
parenting.
they may not get it. They may not get it, but
they'll get it eventually.
One of the things that I wish had been around whenever I was a kid is the ability to do this. And that Grandma and Grandpa had done it whenever I was a kid.
Oh,
because
that
as
would've been
much
nice.
as those conversations were beatings at the time, I got a lot of my parenting wisdom and my personality from those conversations. Later. It didn't happen overnight and it wasn't then, but I realized that they shaped the parent and the person that I became later.
Yes.
And it would just be nice to look back and figure out, okay, this one happened at this point. This one happened at this point. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I wish I had something from somewhere that was semi-good. Because I don't have a lot of family. Either it's my dad's side, which I have nothing to do with, and they don't know me at all. I think some of them know I exist. That's about it.
Well, that's better than my dad's side.
Yeah.
I think the only one that knows I exist is my dad.
Possibly. That's always a possibility. And then with my mom's side, the vast majority of them are deceased or I refuse to associate with. So... it would have been nice to get solid, good...
Some kind of insider advice or life
lesson
or something.
Yeah, no dig at my mom or anything like that, but I learned a lot of things I did not want to do from that. So, yeah, I learned a lot of things that I did not want to do, and I've been able to build and do not exactly the opposite of everything.
The opposite of some things.
The opposite of some things. So,
because the way that our parents worked, we learned more what not to do than what to do in those situations.
and you and I for completely different reasons,
Yeah.
but in the same vein.
It's just, I don't know.
We have plenty of time for more episodes. We have plenty of time to do therapy sessions in these.
Well, we did that one, and it was a little too heavy, so remember?
Oh, I think that might have been the one you didn't air.
No, I know I didn't air it.
I don't even know if you kept that one or if you deleted it.
I think I kept it. I hope I kept it.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but our neighbors in an outside area. We are in our house, and I can hear their music clearly. Why is this necessary? And I sound like an old lady.
Person. Okay. If you weren't going to say it, I was.
I'm an old person. Okay. At 34, I'm old. I get it. My gray hair and...
rickety ass bones.
That wasn't a telltale sign enough. I might as well go tell someone to get off my yard. But whatever.
Well, you can't do that because then you're the old crotchety white woman, even though you're not actually white.
No, and funny you say white woman. I got an email from Ancestry and saying that my DNA thing had been updated and yada yada. When I say I'm Heinz 57, I'm gonna post these pictures because I'm a little bit of everything. It changed from they got more specific, 20% Scottish, which I didn't know. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm from...
It didn't say that before?
No. It just said Northern Europe. So Wales and...
Mine was specific the first time I did it.
Mine was not. Not from Scotland, apparently. But it's a hodgepodge of Native American, African, and white. And Spain was on there now. But anyway... So no, I am far from the white woman. I'm just a little bit of everything. The melanin didn't make it. I guess it's, delivered by... Oh, I was going to say a specific one, but they're usually good.
Delivered by dads, that's why you didn't get it.
Oh, that's
same
why
reason.
you
Well,
didn't
no,
get...
I can't say that because I am actually pretty dark,
Yeah.
considering I'm more than half white. Or I don't remember the percentages. It wasn't good though.
It wasn't good. Well, that's what happens with rape and pillage and white people stealing land. But that's again a whole other story. We have plenty of time to dive into
Manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny. In a nutshell, this is just not... it's a fresh start. I mean, we do have everything archived, and we do have everything up on all of our platforms, which is pretty much anything and everywhere you can get podcasts. All of it. We're everywhere. We got to do this big.
Well, we will be everywhere. Some of them are still pending as of right now, but that's neither here nor there.
That's fair. But we will have all our old episodes.
They're still on Podbean if anybody wants them. The majority of them are on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go back and double check, but...
Well, there's that.
And if there's time, at some point, there will still be... I Can't Believe We're Friends. It's just everybody has been working insane, crazy fucking schedules. And that's one of the main reasons we stopped doing this, is just because everybody's been so goddamn busy.
And then, throw a pandemic and it's even harder.
Nobody wants to hang out. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't want to hang out because of it.
Yeah. It's scary. It's just so scary. I'm terrified. And then they wanted to send our kids back to school. I was like, no, I'm good. I'll get irritated every day with Logan. Every day. Mom, I'm supposed to be on a break, but there was this thing, and it did this, and I'll do it anyway, just to keep my baby safe. So, We have a lot to get into.
Yeah, but then we're the bleeding heart liberals, like, oh, you believe in conspiracy theories and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay.
Well, whether it was manufactured by the government to thin us out or not, it's here.
Well, it doesn't exist, according to some people.
Okay. Okay, what is it? A minor inconvenience? Because to be honest, let's be real with our 5 listeners. Oh, okay, 3.5. But our lives haven't changed that much.
Our lives definitely haven't. Other people's lives have changed drastically.
Other people, yeah, because other people like go out and...
I mean, the biggest change was going out to eat.
Yeah, and
now we just order food and go get it.
That's it.
Or have it delivered.
And we haven't been able to go out to the movies. But other than that, our lives
I think I might miss that.
Well, they're opening back up.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm going.
Fair. But outside of that, what's the other inconvenience? It's slightly inconvenient to wear a mask. Yes, I get it. It sucks.
You don't have a beard. It's more than slightly inconvenient.
You know, and it gives me a panic attack every time I have to go to the store, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, we'd just wear the mask. If they would have been wearing the mask the whole time, we would have been over this.
I'd prefer not to kill my family or anybody else's, for that matter.
Yeah, let's keep everybody safe and healthy. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept, but anyway.
Because it's infringing on our rights.
Yeah.
Even though
it's not.
It says nothing about wearing masks in the Constitution or anything else for that matter, but whatever.
Well, to add to that, it was also a legal decree, so therefore it's law. So
the ironic part of all of this is everybody is pissing and moaning about having to wear the mask because it infringes on our rights. So they're going against the law. And then they turn around and say, oh, well, all the black kids or black men that have been killed, if they had just listened to the law, everything would have been fine and they wouldn't have been shot. And they don't see the irony in it.
No.
They don't see that it's the same fucking thing. But that's neither here nor there.
So if anybody hasn't picked up yet, you know, I'm
very pro not getting killed by people for no reason.
Yeah, we are very with the, people of color.
But matter. I am not anti-cop.
No. See, but that's the thing is that people don't think that we can separate the two.
Everybody lumps the two together. It's like, I'm very pro-cop. I don't think cops get paid enough. I don't think they get trained enough to deal with the shit that they deal with.
That's why they go for their gun, because they don't know what to do.
Agreed.
They're not trained.
But I'm also not one of those assholes saying defund the police either, because that's not going to solve fucking anything. You defund the police, then you just got a lot of pissed off motherfuckers that have gun training with an itchy trigger finger and they're pissed off.
Aren't they already?
I don't think they are. I think the cops aren't pissed. I think they're scared. And I'm not saying that like, oh, they're bitches, they're pussies. I'm saying they're scared because of the uncertainty in the world. They have to constantly be weary of everything. And if they see somebody of color, be it black, brown, Asian, whatever the fuck, they're automatically at arms, for a lack of a better term, because of the civil unrest and how people are becoming more and more militant because of the actions of a few on both sides, be it the cops and be it the activists. Everybody's at a heightened state of awareness and ready to fucking cause the next world war, basically. Or civil war, I should say.
No, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, okay. I'm just saying, in London, cops don't have guns. Australia, guns are not a thing. I mean, they are a thing still, but they're not allowed to have guns. And that was after the second biggest massacre with a firearm. And then after that, the government was like, okay, no, let's not do that.
You only know that because of Jim Jeffries.
I do, and I will give him full credit for that. But again, there's just, it's a crazy time in the world. 2020 has been...
Jumanji.
Yeah, someone win already. Halloween's coming soon. And I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, we don't take
If
the
it
kids.
does happen, it's gonna turn into a fucking issue of Goosebumps.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for supernatural shit to be real.
But they already...
Like, officially really real.
'Cause
And for extraterrestrial shit. And
yes.
speaking of which, they said that they found signs of life on Venus based on some kind of emission or something like that that's only present in biological life. I mean, it's probably fucking microbial, but...
Hey, life is life. I guess. But I just... It's crazy. I never thought we would be... Like, someone did someone, like, went into a tomb they weren't supposed to, opened a box they weren't supposed to. I don't know. Something happened.
I like the theory of Pandora's box. That somebody found it, opened it, and this is what's happening.
Someone closed that bitch's box because...
Well, that doesn't help. If you actually...
I know. It's just... But still, Can we... I don't know. It's scary. It's scary to be a human right now. It's scary to be alive. It's scary to be a parent. It's scary to open any kind of internet. I try to stay off Facebook. Like, I'll scroll through for like 5 minutes, share a bunch of shit, and then after like my fourth sad or irritating post, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And then I have to get off, and then I'll go on TikTok because it's just funny. Like, it makes me laugh. So
Stupidity.
yeah, I mean, and there's
No, that's what I wasn't saying it like it's a negative thing. It's like that helps right now.
Yeah,
Stupidity
like, it just...
helps. That's why I watch all those fail videos. 'Cause it's just so goddamn funny.
It's good to stay informed, but if that's all you consume...
I mean, I consider myself fairly informed about
Same.
the going-ons of the world, but
Same.
I get fucking tired of seeing it. It's so depressing.
It creates so much...
Undue anxiety.
that I have so much anxiety as is on a normal day, like where, you know, shit's not falling from the sky, parts of the country aren't on fire.
Speaking of falling from the sky and that fucking meteor, asteroid, whatever.
That's supposed to be coming in 2 months.
No.
I thought.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be
it's
like
the day before
right
the election. Day
Yeah.
before the election, supposedly.
So there's that. Like,
Well,
it's...
then we still got so we got fires and shit now in September. In
And we
November, we're supposed to have the asteroid or whatever.
So what's October?
What's October?
I hope you're right in all the like werewolves are real, vampires, Bloody Mary. Like,
Maybe that's how they finish Supernatural. That they go through like some portal and they end up in our
2020?
world, like our
Yes.
real world, and all of the shit comes with them. So it like starts everything. It's basically like a reboot.
yes, that would be amazing.
Okay,
Okay,
I don't know
it's
about
not
amazing.
It's not amazing.
That means demons and all kinds of other shit are eating people, or wearing their skin, or abducting their babies, or something.
Or it could just be that humanity is slowly showing that everyone's an asshole. Well, vast
I don't
majority.
know how slow it is.
It's pretty immediate this year. Like, super quick.
People used to be closeted racist. Now everybody's out in the open. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, I guess it's both. I mean, it's bad because they're still racist. Like, it's 2020. Yes, I know everything is an actual shitstorm, but let's, like...
That's what could happen in October. A literal shitstorm.
Like, it's gonna rain shit. It's the drizzle and shits.
Thank you, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes. But, like, I understand. Everything's crazy right now. Everyone's on edge. I get it. But racism is still a thing. So I don't get, I don't get.
Racism, sexism.
Yeah, like homophobia, like transphobic people. Like, I don't understand hate. Let people be who they are. Unless you're a pedophile, because anybody...
you can fuck straight the fuck off.
Yeah, because anybody I know that's part of the LGBTQ plus community, has never wanted a pedophile to be part of the community. And I know that for a fact. So let's just put that out there. But just let people be who they are.
But then the argument is, oh, well, everything else is a fetish. It's the same thing.
No, that's not a fetish. That's illegal.
I agree.
To circle back around, people being openly racist, but like I said, it's a bad thing. Obviously, just let people be who they are. People are, whether people like to admit it or not, people are born gay. People are born, and this is, I'm not going to cite all scientific evidence, but there are things chemically in your body that can make you the wrong, quote, wrong gender. And, you know, you feel like you're in the wrong body. And just let people be who they are. There are people who are, oh my God, born black. Oh my God, born Hispanic. Or somebody that is not white.
But that makes them lesser beings.
Oh, yes.
Because they weren't born in America white.
You mean they weren't born in Europe white and then traveled and stole land from brown people? And I say brown because it was Native Americans
and
Mexicans. So
and Central Americans and
yes.
South Americans and
yes.
the Islanders and.
But I would say that people being openly racist is a smidge good, only for the fact that you know
who the fuck is racist, and you could stay the fuck away from them, which is exactly what I do.
You see some guy in a polo, khaki shorts, with a tiki torch, that motherfucker is not good people.
With their collar popped up.
Only the back, though. Not the whole collar, just the back, where it comes down like Dracula. You know what I'm talking about, too. That's why you make that noise. But, I don't even... So, yes, majority. 98% bad. 2% not good, but...
It outs them.
Yeah, it outs...
People can't hide it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. That's the only thing I like about it.
Because it's like, oh, that person, delete on any social media or block.
And it really sucks because it's like some of the people I've had to delete were
friends.
Good friends. Like, and I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, kinda. I'm talking about having dinner with my family as a kid, like growing
Hispanic
up together.
family.
And then it turns into, oh, they're coming here illegally, taking our jobs, yada yada yada. It's like, okay.
Do you mean the
great? I understand the ideology behind it. I understand the logic that they're following, but at the same time, that literal thing happened a century ago with their ancestors, and it's okay, and they call it manifest destiny, and it's fine, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, I know you. I literally broke bread with you, and now you're saying that people like me are destroying the American way of life, basically.
Yeah, because all of the... Well, now it's Latinx people, men and women, to be inclusive. You know, that's...
Don't get me started on that.
It's... They're not stealing, like, high-paying jobs that people want to do.
They're doing the bullshit that nobody else wants to do. And I know it's fucking hacky and old hat at this point, and everybody's talked about it, but it's true.
It is.
The Mexicanos aren't coming over here taking the doctors' jobs and shit. They're not getting the high finance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're doing construction or
they're doing the shit that
cleaning.
Everybody else doesn't want to do, and that's the way it's always been. And now people are complaining about it. They weren't complaining about it fucking 5 years ago whenever they were getting everything they wanted done dirt cheap. And now because those same people are asking for livable wages, everybody's freaking out.
Because God forbid, or universe forbid, that people want to make enough money to live. Because cost of living has gone up, but wages have not gone up to match across the board. And I'm not talking about just minimum wage. I'm talking across the board.
And I know I'm not the one to bitch about it because I'm in finance and I don't do terrible for myself.
But we've known people personally who have been teaching for 20 years and still have to have a second job.
Yeah.
You know? who have, I know a lot of teachers
She's not even a minority. That's the funny part.
No, she's not.
Well, not funny. It's tragic, actually. But.
And a lot of teachers have side hustles, and it may be selling Scentsy or,
doing something on Etsy or
yeah. And they're having to make, and I know somebody who said that their wife works with autistic children in a school district and brings home like $81 a week or 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, because the way insurance is for teachers. And I'm not saying, I mean, obviously that person is an aide or a teacher assistant or,
But still, the point remains that much is taken out for insurance and taxes.
Yeah. Even if you are like part-time, you should be able to make more than $81 in 2 weeks. Plain and simple.
And again, I'm not the one to bitch and complain because I got a pretty good lot in life, but
no,
I've seen enough shit. I've struggled enough myself to remember what that feels like, and it is not fun.
No, it's not. But that also, it should be. You have every right to say that because it should be the people who have, in whatever capacity, to stand up for people who don't have. It makes more of an impact. If more white people were to say, hey...
The minorities are being unfairly treated.
Minorities are people too, whether you want to believe that or not. Hey, maybe we should stop shooting people.
Shooting first and then asking questions later.
Yeah. If more people of quote-unquote privilege in any capacity, if more people would stand up and say, hey... And I struggle with that too because... I want to say, hey, well, I've already said Black Lives Matter, but
we're not activists. We're not out there in the fucking front
line.
I'm
not going out. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It's just that I have children at home. I am a full-time mom. That is my job. I don't collect a paycheck. I don't punch a clock. 24/7, 365, all that other bullshit. I'm a mom. Obviously, I'm not out there because I don't want to put myself at risk. And I know people are going to probably give me shit, but I have to be present for my children. Just like you have to be present for our children. So, but at the same time, if I were to say something, and I want to do a whole other, one of my podcasts on this is the fact that I don't look black. I don't look ethnic. So then it turns into, oh, this white bitch is being a social justice warrior. And it's like, no, granted, I was not raised
You didn't
in
have
a black
lot
house.
of the same
Yeah.
drawbacks that a lot of
I had
people that look black, quote unquote,
yeah,
did.
like going, I grew up with a lot of black friends. I didn't have it the same as them. I am part black, yes. No one can tell. But someone needs to tell my legs that I'm part black, but, and it wasn't until after the DNA not mapping, but the ancestry thing that I found out that I was part Native, and I that's a part of me that I don't know. So, yes, I want people on reservations, obviously, to get more land and more help than they've...
have clean drinking water.
And, fucking water. Who would have thought? But it turns into me trying to be a white woman social justice warrior because of the way I look. And it's not, people don't stop and say, oh, wait, that's part of who she is. I was not raised...
It shouldn't matter if that's part of who you are or not.
Oh,
the point
I agree.
should remain that you think it's wrong and you're saying something and everybody can just shut the fuck up.
Yes, so I do struggle with that. But I think people of privilege should start speaking up more. And not hiding the fact that, yes, they have privilege, but other people don't. And it's okay to say that other people don't and that they deserve to have whatever, most of the times, whatever they're asking for. I don't know how we got here, but I like it. But whatever.
I know we were talking about the kids at some point.
Honestly, I'm not even going to try to retrace those steps. Because,
I'll figure it out whenever I'm going back through it.
Oh, God, I missed this. Just going on tangents and, where the fuck were we going? But anyway.
We didn't really have a set, we need to get here for
No,
this one.
we
It was just
didn't.
kind of basically a warm-up, comeback, whatever.
We're back, bitches. No, but yes, we are. Oh. So, I think we should wrap this one up. At the end of the day, the intent for this one was to reintroduce us, new branding, new focus, if you will.
Motivation.
New motivation. It took us more than half the year to get motivated to make changes in our lives. And not just the podcast.
I mean, the isolation has kind of helped that.
I've thrown away more shit in the past 6 months.
But we've also gotten more organized. We've also done a lot of the things we've said we were going to do, trying to get healthier and all of that shit.
Yes.
And actually putting forth the effort instead of just fucking talking about it like we've done for the past decade.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's why I wanted to start this again, is just because either pull the trigger or shut the fuck up. Put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're either going to do this or we're not going to do this. And I personally would rather do it because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking. I enjoy having the conversation. As misguided as it may be at times. Well, I guess misguided is the wrong word.
Clusterfucky?
That's probably a more apt description. But I miss conversation. I miss... Because you and I talk, but we're usually talking about the kids or whatever dumb shit's going on, or it's not the same.
And I was just thinking about that the other day.
It's not like an intelligent conversation where we can process thought and have the banter back and forth to like a meeting of the minds kind of thing.
Yeah, it's routine conversation. It's habitual conversation. It's not in depth.
You're not a bitch.
Who? I'm pretty sure if you ask a handful of people...
It's more than a handful, I'm sure.
There are a lot of people out there that don't like me.
Well, I do. That's all that matters.
Sweet. So, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm not sure if anybody will or will not participate. I know that we're going to have to do like a lot of promos and get our name out there again. And, you know, because we've been kind of flaky in the past. But whatever. Are there topics that anybody would want to hear? Are there things that you want us to answer? I'm not a genius. I'll put that out there. I'm not a genius, but I do like giving my opinion.
Whether people want it or not.
People want it or not, and people usually get mad at me because people are like, "Well, that's not what I wanted you to say."
We want you to keep it real, and then you keep it real, and it's like, "Oh, we didn't mean that because it's not something I wanted to hear."
We didn't mean for really reals.
Real as far as what I wanted to hear. That's not what I wanted to hear.
I don't think I've ever been the person, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever been the person to give people what they want to hear.
You do with me sometimes. But that's
like,
that's because you're like trying to kid glove me, and I fucking hate it.
I know.
It's for the best, I'm sure. Sometimes.
In some situations, yeah. And I'm not saying I like SWAT kick emotional doors and like, nah.
No, that's me that does that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gentle.
Fuck a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Pour straight alcohol into the wound.
You got legit mad at me for that actual thing.
I did. Well, I wasn't mad.
You weren't happy.
Well, I was not happy. But anyway, that's a whole other story. We can cover that another time. We got a lot of stuff, guys. If you guys want like advice on something, if you guys want a topic.
I don't know how much advice we're going to be doling out.
People are like, these fucking crazy bastards? Yeah. That's what we should name it. Not to raise a child, 2 fucking crazy bastards.
I'm sure that title for a podcast is taken by now.
Damn it. Anyway, so to raise a child it is. If there's anything that you want to say, feedback, positive and or negative,
we actually enjoy it and actually take it to heart, as opposed to just be like, well, fuck you, you don't get it. You're a hater. I don't care about that.
Because if we don't know
We can't
what
get
to
better.
fix or what you like, then we can't do more of what you like or fix something you do not like. So any feedback, I'm probably going to regret that, but any kind of feedback is greatly appreciated. Share us. Other people might not want to listen to us too. So there's other people out there who haven't called us assholes yet, and I really, really think I want that. So,
That just proves that you've been with me way too fucking long.
So instead of our old handles on social media,
Well, technically, it's still the same handles. It's just we're using my old personal ones for the new shit.
yes. So on Twitter, Facebook, and the IG, it's that infernal NPC for Noise Podcast. And I realized that today, I am not going to lie. I was like, what's PC mean?
Even though that's been my Twitter handle for fucking years now.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
No, like before we started this, I was like, what's PC? I was like, oh, podcast. I'm a fucking idiot.
Son of a bitch.
In the same sentence. That's how I had a conversation with myself. And it was that fluid. It was like,
You should have had that internally. That way I didn't turn around and be like, what the fuck?
When am I ever quiet? When do I do things in my head?
That's fair.
Because earlier today, I said something to myself out loud. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we're like, oh, sorry, that was for me. But I was actually writing it down. I was like, that infernal NPC. I know N is noise. I was like, what's PC? Oh, podcast.
It's
Fucking
politically
idiot.
correct.
Not politically correct. NPC. No, okay. And we're still on Podbean. We're also going to be on Stitcher. What is the other one?
Stitcher, Deezer, Amazon, iTunes,
Google.
iHeart is pending right now, so hopefully that'll be up by the time this actually goes up.
Oh, and we're planning on releasing on Fridays. So, Fun Day Fridays.
You should be hearing this on Friday or sometime after. Well, obviously sometime. Whatever. This is why I don't lead shit. I'm the idea guy. I'm not the execute guy.
That's why you married me.
100%. The most important reason of all of that.
So, please. I know this is kind of chaotic.
Haphazard.
This is throwing shit against a wall, saying what sticks. But yeah, reach out.
Our goal is to make it stick this time, though.
Yes. But yeah, let us know how you feel about us coming back. If you want, like I said, if you want advice on something, if you have questions about anything, if you just want...
And not just kids, necessarily.
No,
we have opinions about fucking everything that nobody wants to hear.
Yeah, because, believe it or not, before we had children, we were people.
You might have been. I don't think I was.
Yeah, I was that person who took, the cocktail of muscle relaxers, painkillers, and...
Well, if you're talking about drugs we've done, okay, fine, but...
No, I'm just talking, I was just that lady who did irresponsible cocktails of pills and then shopped on Amazon. But anyway, we were people before. So we have other opinions that don't involve children. Because, wow, we do adore and devote our whole lives to our children. We're still people, and we still have other opinions. So, let us know. And we'll maybe put stuff in podcast. And we're going to get an email set up. So, if email's easier, that's cool. If social media is easier, we're there too. We're everywhere. We're like COVID. Except we're not going to... I'm just saying we're everywhere. Because it is everywhere. In America.
So we're conspiracy theory?
No, well, maybe. If you go down the logic of we're in a matrix or
No, don't. We
each
can't get that started.
each person is fractal, so I am only one infinite version of myself.
Okay, Jet Li.
I'm the one. Sorry.
I'm glad you got that reference. Otherwise, it would have made no sense.
Oh,
whatsoever.
I know. I am the one. So yeah, just let us know. And I really look forward to doing this again. I have missed this sincerely. I know Robert has missed this sincerely. And I'm glad to be back, and I hope you guys are glad too. To like the 4. I've said like 7 different numbers. But yeah, and we will see you next week, and look forward to doing this more. And I just want to sign off. I think I'm going to do a new sign off. I know I'm going off the cuff here, but this whole thing's been off the cuff. So, whatever. I just want to say you guys are badass. I know that personally, and I know for Robert, mental health has been a struggle.
Low these 6 months.
Yeah, since March. But everybody's doing what they can. Keep trucking. You're a badass. We're going to get through this nonsense. I promise you. And whatever evil voices are going off in your head right now, tell them to fuck off. And we're here for you. So, oh, sorry, my pen's clicking. I just realized I was doing that. But anyway, you guys are going to have to deal with those too. Sorry, I'll put the pen down. But yeah, so keep being awesome. And again, it's That Infernal NPC on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And yes, we will be utilizing the Instagram, by the way, because I know we weren't before.
We weren't utilizing any of it.
Well, we weren't utilizing any of it, but we are going to, I will make sure that we are very active on social media. And again, at Podbean, like bean, like pinto bean. No, that's not a racist joke. So it's That Infernal.
Wait, why would pinto bean be a fucking racist thing?
It was just because...
If you said refried, okay, maybe, but...
But they're made from pinto beans.
Oh. I guess I didn't follow that logic, obviously.
So it's thatinfernalnoise.podbean.com.